Hello everyone and welcome to another video here on White Coats and Corgis. Today I'm going to be showing you a clip from the Premed Experience, which is a live virtual event that I put together for pre-meds to learn all about the admissions process, the MCAT, how to get their extracurriculars, and all things like that. I was so lucky to get 3 amazing medical school deans to volunteer to participate in the event. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
Hey everyone, and thanks so much for joining. My name's Dan, and I am a second-year internal medicine resident, and I'll be the moderator for this panel. We're joined by 3 incredible deans and admissions experts here, and I want to give everyone the chance to ask questions in that Q&A, and I'll be looking through that. But first, I was hoping that the deans could introduce themselves. We can go one by one and just quickly sort of say where you're from and what your role is. So if we can start with Dr. Osborne.
Hello, I'm Megan Boysen Osborne. I am the Associate Dean for Students, so I oversee admissions, student affairs, and diversity, equity, and inclusion at University of California, Irvine.
Awesome. Dr. Liotta.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. And I'm Rob Liotta, and I'm the Associate Dean for Admissions and Recruitment at the Uniformed Services University, the Health Sciences, and we're actually on the Walter Reed Bethesda Medical Campus, the National Naval Medical Center, Bethesda. So, and I'm great to be here with you today.
And Dr. Amiri.
Hi, everyone. I'm Layla Amiri. I'm the Associate Dean for Admissions at the Robert Larner College of Medicine at the University of Vermont.
And so another big topic that I think can stress people out sometimes is getting letters of recommendation. And we briefly mentioned them, but I see a few questions here about letters of recommendation, who to get them from, professors from the school or outside activities, and in general, how to approach kind of getting the letter of recommendation. So Dr. Amiri, could you talk a little bit more about what you look for in letters of recommendation or advice for how to obtain them?
Absolutely. So my first piece of advice is, check with the schools and see what letters they're requiring, because it'll vary from school to school. Having done this work for some time, I realize that it's difficult to get letters when the school has specific requirements. So again, take a look at the schools that you think you're interested in and see who you'll need letters from and begin working on those letters. I think I'll speak for more than just myself when I say we want letters from people that know you. So when you get a letter from a faculty member where, it's 3 pages long and about 2 1/4 pages are about that individual and their grants and how their class is really hard. And then at the end, it says, well, they sat up front, they got an A and they should get in. That really doesn't help your application. It doesn't hurt you generally in the processes, but it doesn't help you either. So get letters from people that know you, and letters from individuals that know you well and who are willing to provide you a strong supportive letter. So don't be shy in asking for a strongly supportive letter, and the letter that can talk to us about your intellectual capacity, your curiosity. We had the question about research earlier, and so that's fine if you weren't interested in research. We all want the physician who's curious, right? Because that's what gets you to the decision, and that's what gets you to the diagnosis. And so maybe the people can talk about your curiosity, or they can talk about your leadership. We definitely want someone who can talk about your character. All of the standardized, personality tests that you hear about and schools are requiring really don't speak about how you are. They speak about your knowledge of knowing how to do things. They don't tell us how you function. So a person who can talk to us about how affable you are and how pleasant you are and how able to care for a listener you are. So those are the types of letters that really help the application. The other things we have, AMCAS application is pretty thorough. So we have a lot of information about you. What we need is other things that will help us understand you and appreciate you for the amazing person that you are and the great applicant that you are and the promise that you bring to the profession. If you're wherever you are in your career, I think if you're a freshman, sophomore right now and logging on, begin looking at those faculty members that you really like taking classes with, who talk about their research, and start going to office hours. It gets lonely sitting there in the office hours without students coming by, right? And it's not uninterrupted because we can't set that time aside for reading or something, walk in, talk to your faculty members, be engaged so that they'll have more to say about you than the standard that pops up. For my particular program, and if it's okay for me, Dr. Dan, to say this, I've switched from requiring particular letters to leaving it up to the applicants. Provide 3 academic or professional letters from people that know you well. So that rests with you. And don't request letters from people that you may have had negative experiences with. It's surprising to me how sometimes applicants will request letters from individuals that they've had some negative experiences with, and that sometimes bleeds into the letter as well. And clearly you don't want that to be part of your letter that we receive.